I picked up and started using my first drug at 15 years old and kind of found that relief in that. Very low self-esteem. I dropped out at 16 years old. Thought I was stupid. I didn't really have that encouragement at home to go forth and do it. I came to the Providence House in June of 2010. I had recently got sober. My baby was about 9 months old, and I had a daughter who was 6. And getting sober was really tough for me, and I didn't know how to live life. I didn't know how to take care of myself financially. Just really what normal people do from day to day with getting up with their kids and getting them ready for school. It was kind of a real challenge for me, and a lot of people suggested that I come to the Providence House. The way the Providence House is structured, it's to help you have to be disciplined in areas. It taught me how to make my bed in the morning, which I didn't even do that. And so I would suggest to anybody, if they wanted something different for themselves and their family, this is the place to do it. I don't know if my parents ever taught me these things or if I just wasn't listening, or I don't know, but what I didn't learn growing up, I learned here in the 2 years that I've been a resident here. I've learned here. And it's trickled down. I see how this really breaks the cycle. When I came here, we ate breakfast at a certain time, lunch at a certain time, and dinner at a certain time. So when I moved to my apartment, I wanted to keep that. I wanted to keep that going, so I do. With my bills, my rent's due, I pay my rent. I have a car now and I have insurance, so I pay that when it's due, and they actually send me a letter telling me, "We thank you for paying on time." And I'm like, oh my God, that is like huge. That's huge. A regular person wouldn't understand how huge that is, but it's huge to be able to do that out of the money that you earn. When I came in here, I tested and I got into the GED program. And it was from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening, Monday through Friday. It was like working a full-time job. So I knew by me going to this school was not only going to help me obtain my GED, but it was going to show me how to work, because I've never worked sober. I always depended upon something to get me through a work shift. So by me coming in here from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, that showed me I could do something without using narcotics. That was huge. My teachers were great. I tested when I first came in at like 4th grade level in math. I only finished the 8th grade. So when I got the diploma, I cried. I couldn't believe it. Then it was presented to me that I was up for a scholarship from a donor here to go to LSUS. To even be suggested or even thought of to do that. My teacher said, "Would you go to a 4-year university?" Absolutely. So then I went and spoke and had an interview. And then when I was told that I was chosen, I got on the phone and called a really good friend of mine and cried all the way home. The possibilities are endless. There's no stopping me today.
There was a time in my life that I remember death was an option. There was a time in my life where I chose drugs over my daughter. So to be here today and in college and have a job and have these 2 little girls look up to me, I just thank God that He chose me to break this cycle. And that everything I'm learning is for them. So they don't ever have to do and go through that. It's for them.
This was a starting place for me, a big stepping stone. So I see myself with a degree, living in my own home. My kid's gonna be able to graduate from high school that I never did and go to college. To even think where I could be in 4 years is overwhelming.